my troubles seem so far away, and it seems as though they're here to stay. Oh, yesterday, suddenly, why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. Oh, I said something wrong. Now I long for yesterday. Yesterday. Love was such an easy thing to say. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be. What up? There's a shadow hanging over me. Oh, yesterday, suddenly, I believe in yesterday. I believe. Oh, I believe that it's true. Having to don't know, I don't know. She would not stay. I said, there's something wrong. Now I long for yesterday. No, I said, I said something wrong. Now I long for yesterday. I said something wrong. Now I long for was there when I first opened up my eyes? Who was there to heal the hurt when I first learned to rise? And we'll never miss again a greatly won alone. The earth was far. There was love had come to help me understand. And when the winning toward the score, but when victory raised my head, when I hung my head and changed, who was there to lift it up? Someone like my Father was. My heavenly Father has always been there when my earthly one was gone. Yeah, He's taking care of me when I only wanna be just like hell. Ah, now that I'm a full-grown man, you can wipe my tears away. Hold it. And who's on the other end when I lift my heart to pray? Hold it. And who's always by my side to help me make it through? Yes, my Father is my heavenly Father is. Whoa, yes, my Father is. Whoa, my heavenly Father is. Yes, my Father is. Yes, my Father. Yes, He is. Yes, He is. Somebody say yes, He is. Yes, He is. Can you help me say yes, He is? Yes, He is. Help me say yes, He is. Yes, He is. When it hurts you say yes, He is. Yes, He is. When it feels good, yes, He is. Boy, yes, He is. Say yes. Oh, 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 oh. Yes, my Father is. This is really happy. This is really happy. This is really happy. My ceiling. Everybody at the ceiling and everybody else. Plateau. At the short one area of a plateau. That was left my whole ceiling. The last part of my ceiling. And it's ironic because my plateau and my ceiling are actually identical. We just on the other, on two different sides of my age spectrum, the knee spectrum, the spectrum of me. And we're both on the way. So shit. No limit. It's like you know it's supposed to happen at some point. Things are kind of get a week just talking about it. I'm supposed to be driving, but I'm not in the right mind to drive. Because I love my daughter. I love it, but nobody can understand. They say us men can't top women when it comes down to the love for our kids, but I'm different. I'm not sorry my daughter. But everybody who knows me knows my love for my kids, man. That shit hurts. nothing can ever compare to losing your kid. But I wouldn't be good for my kid if I didn't have a grandmother named Rosalie here. And so there's a level of understanding. I wouldn't be the man with the fire and passion inside if it wasn't for her, because she put that into my heart. I could feel that she put that into my pops. And they should, and they passed it down to us. And I got that on the first-hand basis every day being around her. This is a woman who literally still working at 65 years old, getting retired, and got the same job till damn near 80, bro. 80. At work 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning, taking the train damn near 25 minutes to get the train to get that fixed. Then she would come home between 4:45 and 5:45, 6:10, the latest or 7. Take care of something, help somebody else at the job. When you come and knock on my door knowing I was in my own way, smoking and drinking, having females over, I tell them all to shut up, or I tell the cousin to go chill, grandma at the door. We all just being us, you know, and then got Tiffany upstairs or whatever. I don't want to mention the other names, but everybody knows Tiffany. As long as you the her, somebody else. But, I was doing my thing, and I'm not proud of it. I didn't want my grandmother to be so privileged in my way, but I just was wayward, doing things I shouldn't have done. But she never questioned me. She never doubted me. She never doubted that I was really going to see me through. Just like I didn't like praying, but one person I prayed for was my Uncle Adam, aka Gilbert. He's the one person in my life I prayed for, and then other than that, everybody prayed for me. A lot of people talk shit about me. Because I played for churches, so the people in church talked about me because I was bad. My grandmother didn't listen to anybody. She just kept praying for me. She got off work. I tell this story to everybody over and over again. She got off work. She just make us dinner. She'd tell me I either come down and get the plate. I either come down and get the plate. When she finished, she called me. I still remember the telephone number to the house. And I had to call her so much because she always cooked for me and cooked for my cousins too. But she made sure they had something to eat. Because my parents divorced early on. My mom was out figuring out her life, and my dad was just being busy all the damn time. I don't feel good. If this is my time, I don't feel good. I just don't feel good. But it's just, she would wait for me to call her, and I'd be sitting there doing whatever I'm doing sometimes, or hanging out with Tiffany, somebody, you know what I'm saying? Some girlfriend at the house or whatever, or my homies, and shoot, I hear a knock or ring on the doorbell, and it be grandma again. Her head getting reached over this one metal part on the door. You can see her hair in the glasses. She would have her curly wig on sometimes. And she's like, baby, it's me. And Junior, baby, it's me. She's in my room. And I said, hey, grandma, hey. I said, hey, grandma. I was coming down there. I just want to make sure you were okay, baby. She was telling my old first name and Junior. Just give me the place and I don't want to wait. I want to make sure you're okay. So wait for the morning. everything ready for school tomorrow. But yeah, yes ma'am. Knowing that I was going to skip school, skip class or something. But every time she asked me, I didn't want to do it because I wanted to make her proud. And I didn't find it in myself to do it then. I didn't find the strength in myself to remold myself, you know. And then, doing certain things, making certain little deals out there, trying to do this job or whatever. Doing the McDonald's job and then play the drums like 3 damn income. Plus, I was still getting the allowance even though I was a buckethead ass kid, making my pops look bad. And I don't know. She treated me like I was. She just took care of me like she took care of everything else in her life. And even though my mom wasn't in the house and my pops was pretty much never there. Before I moved to Weldon, just looked out. And then she would start making cakes, getting ready for the soup kitchen. We had to have church on Sunday, and they had to make cakes for the visiting churches. And then she would also, 2 times a week, after she retired, she gave herself over to helping the soup kitchen. Like, it's just, you don't find too many women like that anymore, man. And I can say she was our grandmother. It kind of hurts. I'm recording this because if I don't get to say it anymore after this, anything happens, I'll be able to do it. At least it's on here. Megan has my password to Megan. Whatever. They have the password. Honestly, good. Respect for not to go into my stuff, and I appreciate it. She can see a lot of my stuff. And, I don't trust anybody, but I some people you can bet on the things you can wait for some person to bet. So I think my grandmother probably anyone I can trust. Come to think about it. Strong and had to make discipline. And that's kind of why I think I kind of fell short because her level, her standard of strength has been so ideal. I look at women. It's one thing to be meek and mild and genuine and kind-hearted. But her mother was able to be all that and still get in your shit. She was able to get in your shit. She was graceful and had a heart. She wasn't fluid as far as body movement because she was short and she was getting older. And I knew her in her age. From like 60s and above. My dad, my mom was like 20 and my dad was 24, 23, 24. So that means that grandma was down there 25, 30, something, 35. I say that. So you're 25, 30 something years older. 25, 30 years older. My dad. I just find it amazing that you have one person in your life that never changes to you, never changes for you. They're the same. Everybody looks to change. I look at evolution. It's about evolving because if you change who you are, how can people learn you? Then you end up having a marriage or relationship and you're changing and then you get frustrated with them because you think they're not paying attention. But it's really you who are changing. I want to be the same. I don't want to be stagnant, but I want to be the same person. I just want to evolve and be the best version of me. That's the people say it. Everybody says I want to be the best version of me. But everybody says I should be changing. And then they say, and the stupidest thing I hear sometimes is they say, we're growing apart. No, you can't grow apart. You're growing, period. And you're always finding yourself. People who say we're growing apart are the stupidest people sometimes. I'm not saying it's wrong, but most cases it's stupid because we're always growing, we're always learning. And the moment you stop learning, then you think that you got it all together. So if you're growing, necessarily growing, you have to figure out how to go together. That means there's a bad leadership in it. Because you have to be a certain level of leadership in order to know how a person's strengths can apply to your weaknesses, and your strengths can apply to their weaknesses. And as leaders, you perfect that. You perfect that. The problem is we get stuck in our weaknesses and we don't evolve. We don't evolve. And the one thing about my grandmother is that she was always the same her. She is always the same her. She has never changed. She has never wavered. She has never faltered. She has been consistent. Even through the stepfathers I never knew, the step-grandfathers I never knew, the grandfather I never knew, and losing the grandfather that I knew she loved from the depths of her soul, and that could have been saved if my mom would have just signed that paper for the refi. Even through all that, and then she still forgave my mom. I had a hard time. It took me years to forgive my mom for that. But she forgave her, and she encouraged me to forgive her. This is the woman in my life. This is the woman in my cousin's life. This is the woman in my aunts and uncles' life. My elders, my immediate elders. My pop's life. A lot of times they say you can, I'm trying to hold it here. It's not easy. I don't cry, man. It's getting me, man. I'm trying to hold it. They say, if that man doesn't know or have a bond with his mother, run. And you know, not being biased, I totally fucking agree. Because you have to be able to relate to one female entity in your DNA scope, because that is your DNA. Now you have to deal with a female like your DNA to understand, because they closely assimilate who you are. It can mimic and mirror and sometimes offend you and show you in a way as a man that you can be challenged, but you have to be patient with that challenge. So if a man never learns how to be patient with the challenges of a woman, he will never be able to evolve to deal with the woman in his life. No, I didn't always agree with my grandmother, but it was only like once or twice I didn't. Maybe once, maybe twice. My grandmother, everything she said was golden, platinum, it didn't involve the platinum. So I had to go a leverage up, a leg up in my lineage in order to be able to deal with the woman that I'm supposed to learn it from immediately, in order to be great for the one I'm supposed to share my learnings with. At this point, I've got to a place where I can make her proud. And only one thing on my resume as a grandchild, despite the fact I have more than one BM, despite the fact that my kids have more than one mother, I even could overlook that. It took me years to get past it and overlook it myself, because I never thought I was going to get it wrong. But I defeated myself, so I gave myself a pass on that one. Sometimes you can fix it, you go back around and make it right. I still haven't made it right in that situation. I don't intend to. However, the one blemish on my record of making her proud is that I still haven't locked in. And the one constant that neither her nor I can control is my relationship with all of them. It's not the way I wanted it to be. As much as I tried, as much as I try to prove that I love them from every part of my soul. And I think that's the hardest thing. Even if I didn't end up in a constant with any woman at this point, who can shoulder whatever I go through and filter whatever's in my soul and give it back to the Creator for the Creator to take. And me to help guide her through her ins and outs of life. And be there and be her leaning post. I can contently say that I've accomplished everything else. She saw me go through the most tragic thing that she went through, and she was able to help me get through it. Who knows? I think that's why the Creator kept her this long. Not to be selfish, against my other cousins, no, by no means. But it's ironic because right after she tells me that I need to talk to my pops, I talk to my pops. We're here. The great thing is that she's responding. I just don't know if I'm going to get to her in time. I don't know. Kind of makes you look around, see things a little different. My grandfather was like my father, long term, and my grandmother was like my mom, my mother, and my aunt, Auntie Betty. We used to always call our homies moms. What up, Mom? What up, Mom? Mostly Mom. From P. Williamson, Pat Williamson to Mama Nevins. She was beautiful. So after AJ Gigi's mom was gorgeous, man. No disrespect to her. Him and Keisha's mom was always a beauty. She used to always kiss me on my cheek every time she seen me. Made me feel like $100 million. Hey, one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen. When I was a kid. I adored her, man. She was amazing. Never seen her upset. She always had a smile no matter what she went through. Seen her tear up because the spirit and whatever the vibe in church was beautiful. And she would shed that tear to her and she would stay quiet. And she'll say, hey, I agree with you. And she'll come give me a hug. Give her a hug and a kiss. She was a kid. But it's just amazing, man. It's amazing, man, because I think one thing that this is teaching me, because I can't fix this one area of my life before she breathes her last breath and she sees it. I think the learning lesson right now is that I can't make everything what I want to make it. Everything isn't going to be that way. And that's what she normally taught me. But now it's actually becoming manifesting. And a lot of times we play God, we try to make things happen and think nothing can happen on its own. I just try not to rush into things, man. I rushed into things because of my own rhyme and reason with my ex-wife. I got too full of myself, sexually with my second BM. Think about the risk of it got to a point where it did, even if I wasn't trying to be there long term. 10 and a quarter later, we still trying to figure shit out when it comes to my daughters. I'm thinking out here from the Creator telling me, hold on, don't leave, don't move. I meet this woman and I end up forecasting that she was pregnant. I end up forecasting that she was having twins. I end up forecasting that it was boy and girl twins, and then we lose our daughter. And at her old age, Grandma Rose calls me while I was walking with Megan and my son. I think I was holding my son in my arms, kissing him on his cheek, just letting him know how much I love him. thinking about how long I really have to live. How long am I going to do this? I'm never going to get weak in this. Just call it in and cash it in. Looking at my son like, how much longer you want to see daddy before this gets too much for daddy? And then I get a phone call and it's grandma. See Grandma Rose. I said, Grandma. I pick up the phone and Grandma's talking to me. It gets into my head. It gets into my shit and just says, baby, don't give up. Don't you quit. I don't want to hear it. She just kept talking like she was reading my mind. And there's a part of me that knows that she felt that pain. And my uncle, who I never met, passed away. He got killed standing next to my dad and my mom with a machete. You know, I think I'm trying to cry, but I think the hardest thing is I'm upset with my pops. Man, I'm upset with him because he sent me the picture. Pop, you sent me this picture again. I don't know what the hell's wrong with this man taking pictures of the deceased. Now, don't get me wrong, my grandmother wasn't gone. But knowing how the picture of my daughter is circulating, my daughter who passed away is circulating because of where my pops sent it to. My pops, ironically, ignorantly, I don't know in what order you want to put them, and he sends me a picture of my grandmother, unconscious, not responding. And so now I have this picture in my head, and even though I'm upset with you, I still love you. I don't got time to be upset with you, really, or despise you, or be disgusted. I love you, Pop. Get too old for this shit. But I have those images in my head now, and I didn't plan for it. I didn't plan for it. Oh. Now I gotta prepare to go to a place that I don't want to like. I don't like this place. I probably gotta sit around people I don't really care for who know my damn mother. I just want to be around my family at the most. But I gotta be around the people who knew her as well, who I don't like, and then some of the people who I actually do like, who are still with us. And I hope the ones that I do like don't act funny because they're not sure if I like them or not. But I actually do like them because of the people that I don't like. But even that, I don't have time to not like anybody. It's not a moment where I'm focused on who I like and don't like at this point. I just don't want to go back there because that's a place that I want to keep behind me. There's memories that I want to keep in the memory. I don't want to go there. I tried so hard to prepare for this. And at no point am I ready. Because even if she was incapable of moving around like she used to, walking and just feisty walking through the streets, and me telling the family, telling the homies, I'll be back. My pops said, I gotta go this way. You gonna walk with grandma? You gonna walk with grandma to church? Yeah, of course. You gotta ask me. I'm walking through the hood. I know what I gotta pass. I ain't worried about it. I walk to the church and I'll walk to the church and I'll leave. Maybe you'll pick her up, bring her home, and she gets a sweet picture. You know? A lot of times she knew I cut school, and she knew I cut school, and she didn't tell my pops. She knew my pops would light my ass up. And she knew she didn't say nothing when I was hiding in the house I hid once or twice, just to hang out with Tiff. Tiff was coming over that day, and I know my pops, he knew I was there. He went up there and spoke to grandma. And I don't know if she told him I was there that day because he didn't give up. He didn't let up. I should have just went somewhere else and came back. Stupid me, I stayed in the area because I got tired of leaving and going other places. That's the thing about grandma. She was all about truth and what was right. So if I was in the wrong, she'd probably tell my pop once or twice when it was getting out of hand, but she never really would tell him. She knew I was going to figure it out. I just need to get to her real quick. Just trying to be patient. Trying to be patient and hope that this next low will get me there. To be honest with you, everything is getting crazy good right now. It's still tough. Looking for somebody else a couple of people who don't know certain things and you know, but you have to stay humble because you don't want to be a know-it-all. So sometimes you play dumb. And you can't be arrogant because it's going to make them dislike you even more. But then they rain down and like they understand when they don't know the ins and outs of what you do. And then you got the agenda of people who don't like you because of your skin color. Then you got the pressures of doing things for people who don't even care for you when it comes to your pockets. And then the pressures of running your own BI so that you can bless the people and put people on so that they can have a better way. And then nobody going to give it to them because of their skin color or just because not even their skin color because of what they are. Unless they got something to work for too. Just being there looking out for people. You know what I mean? But a lot of people want, but they don't help you invest. They don't invest into you. I can honestly say there was 2 women in my life who would actually help invest in me financially. One of them I was secretly ready to marry. That came out probably the perfect fit for me, but I loved it. That was where I was going to be. It wasn't the perfect fit, but my chest felt comfortable. I was able to somewhat relax in that space physically with her and try to figure it out from the bottom. And I think a lot of times couples don't realize that because you're starting out from the ground zero together, it's that much harder. It's easier when everything is perfect and when you come together and you're just bringing stuff to the pot. And even if that was the case, and you don't fall a little bit, that's what it is. If you never hit, when you walk away from the other one, that's when you fully hit because you don't have nobody to be there on the way down to catch you. You know what I'm saying? From hitting. So now 2 people are trying to figure it out and struggle. And I mean, even though you can tell them you ain't going nowhere, or they make you promise that you're not leaving, but they leave you. Very ironic. So no matter what, tell me you're never gonna leave. Promise me. Al promise me, and then they leave. After you promise, when you said you would never make another promise that you can't keep. But that's for another day. Even despite, I actually had a female best friend, and if a man has a female best friend, you kind of think that's the way to go. Despite there's an actual female who can sing out there, and all you wanted was a female that's singing you actually bond with, and she's out there. Despite your high school jump off, your high school jump off's first an opportunity presented itself, and it ended up not happening. So many things, and then this young lady, didn't understand that I was ready to sit down. I should just be transparent because if anything happens to me, at least they know. That's how it is at this point. I can say names. But the second person, space. Yep. I don't say your name, Peanut. I don't talk about you, anybody but Rashid. Stop smiling. But I worked my way past the obvious with Meg until a certain degree. I had a voice in my ear. Someone who was kind of clearly there at some point for the odds and ends, figuratively and literally. And those two, everything else was just me and me just loving, if I did. And I learned how to be consistent from my grandmother when it came to that. She wasn't a hugger. I would hug her. I heard that kind of rhyme too. But she wasn't a hugger. Even if I hugged her, she'd say, okay, get off me. You know, she was tough. I think subconsciously I looked for a woman like her who was emotional and private with me, actually. Grandma did her crying in private with me. And I think that was the connective tissue when it came down to her and the dynamic of her and myself. Games, I run the games on and I don't give a shit about the games. I care about my grandmother, man. The dynamic of me and my grandmother, that she was able to connect with me in private. She didn't cry unless she was in church and she was shouting in the choir section. She heard her shout after she sung, and I'd be on the drums if I visited that place and I'd play, and the song would be over. It's good to know Jesus, Jesus. It's good to know Jesus, Jesus. He's the lily of the valley. See that whole lily, right? I don't like white flowers. I really don't. But she would sing her song, and then the pastor would, it's good to know, yeah, he said, and then he'll go into his soliloquy of exaltation to the Creator, and Grandma would just go off. I don't know, she just go in, she feel it. It's ironic. My daughter's mother actually goes in like that too, right? It's just crazy, man. But a little bright spot from trying not to cry right now. But that was the dynamic. Grandma didn't really cry. No matter what was going on, they said just trust in God. A lot of things that I know is kind of what she knew because she told me. It's like being a teacher's pet, but not. It's your grandmother. And I just think it's amazing because my dad told me this story as a kid. He said, Junior, sometimes you gotta let things go before it's too late. He told me the story, whatever. He told me the story, and he said when he was a little younger, there was a pastor who had this person in the church, this lady in the church who talked smack about him all the time, didn't like him, didn't care for him. And he was laying in the bed, his deathbed, and the lady came to the church. I don't know if it was him laying in the bed or it was her, but either way, she apologized to him. And one of them ended up dying on that deathbed. And it's ironic because me and my pops, I haven't spoken to my pops in 2 or 3 years. And I went back and forth to the house the past few months to see my grandmother. She kept telling me to just talk to my pops. I promised I'd talk to him. And I made contact with him and I started communicating a little here, little here, little there. And once I did that, now this, don't underestimate. Don't underestimate people's love for you. Never. I'm telling you. You look at somebody, you don't like them, you don't hate them, you don't hate them, but you don't fuck with them. Like, you're really sick of them. You know, I don't want to see them. I hate them. I keep saying, hey, you don't hate them, but I don't like them. I don't like them. I don't want to talk to them ever again. That, you know. And one thing is, I may say I'll never talk to somebody, but I don't underestimate their love. A lot of times, you underestimate people's love for you. They might not tell you they love you, but they do. They might be the type to just show it. You got people out here who just look for words of affirmation. Words of affirmation. Tell me how you feel. Tell me how I look. Tell me that you care about me. Tell me that, you know, you need me around. One thing I like to know is that I'm needed. I need you. I need you. Sometimes I don't have to be told. When people call me and they start talking, or if they're going through. I remember my best friend for years, Christina. I used to always call her right when she's crying. Never figured it out. Then I called my grandmother and she's unconscious. Something said call her right then and there, and I called. But I waited a few minutes too long. It's amazing, man. It's amazing. We're connected. And I don't believe people say soul ties. I don't believe it's just one single connection. I don't believe it's just two connections, three connections. It's a network. You have branches. It's like trees. Think about it. Trees. Trees have many branches. Even the biblical say that. You look at the Timberland boots. There's a connection. There's connections. Things like human. There's things out there. And the crazy thing is, us being awake, we're actually sleeping. We're in dream world. Then when when it's all over, we go into this manifesto of reality. Because that's the consciousness of our mind. You know, it's like called subconsciousness, subentity, the subcortex. If she pulls through this, which she may not, but I know that there's miracles that happen, and if anybody can pull a miracle, it's her. She's probably the reason why I've been doing a miracle this whole time, because it's in the DNA. But if not, this might be this might be it. This might be it. And that's the hardest thing to really stomach, because now I'm at a place where it's like, what now? I speak to my cousin, and my cousin is feeling the same way. Even before this situation. Every single cousin in my family is going to feel this way. I'm just the one that's vocalizing on my YouTube channel. Every last one of my cousins. We all feel this way, and I'm not special. It's just like I'm the one talking right now. I'm the one making it known that I feel this way. But everyone feels this way. Even my pops had to tell me. Keep me in his thoughts. This isn't my daughter, but this is right up there. This is right up there. I dropped a tear. All right, you got it. I dropped a tear. This is right up there. This is right up there. This is like right there. This is right there. This is the one thing I knew I would have to deal with at some point. I would have to deal with this at one point. And I'm still not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. And I don't want to drive. When I lost my daughter, I made myself drive. This is too much. Losing my grandmother. And I get it. Now I get it, because she was the air underneath me. She was a fire. She lit my fire from a baby till now. The reason why I had strength to get through my daughter dying, even though I didn't want to be here after that. And now she's gone. She's gone. I'm weak. I'm shaking. And I'm standing because I don't want to give in to my weakness. My chest got tight and the left side of my face got numb. My left hand was shaking and my left leg felt weak, but I know how she wants me to do it. I know how she would have me be right now. And I'm close to the mission being complete. And knowing what she wants me to do, I'm going to do it. She gave me everything that I needed from her. I just want to make her proud. I just didn't want her to go with me being a dipshit. But even though I'm content with what she's taken with her in knowledge of me, it's the whole mama mentality. The job ain't done. What's the whole purpose in coming this far, just to make her proud and stop it? Even though I ain't got it, I gotta get it. I ain't got it right now, but I gotta get it. I gotta keep moving even though I ain't got it. The one thing I hope for my family is that we don't lose the essence of what made us who we are. Because it is now. Lost my daughter, lost my cousin. We lost my cousin. I spoke to his son, and what hurts even more is that the other day he told me that my cousin kept saying I gotta get to see my cousin BeBe. And I didn't know he loved me like that. I knew he looked to me, but like, that's my big cousin, man. You know, we losing a lot lately. I'm not crying. I'm fighting it. But it hurts. I didn't know he felt that way. He said I gotta get down to BeBe. Love people while you can. I keep sharing that with my kids. I keep telling my kids that you never know. You're sitting there holding fort and holding your head against people that have your best interest at heart, because if whoever puts something in their ear or whatever crept into your mind about this person that is not really what it is. Even the Bible biblically is saying you don't understand it. Shit ain't the way you see it all the time. You gotta open your mind. Like my homie Jada used to always say, yo, when he's in the booth, man, I like your mindset, because he's like, I hate it when he said the weird word, but he always said weird, man. I hate it. I want to kick his ass for that shit. I love you, man. I want to kick you in the left butt cheek in my boots, man, for that one thing. And he would say, you know, you a weird motherfucker sometimes. I'm quoting him. He said that you see things outside the box, and you see in a way that nobody else can. He's like, and the way you are with music, you're a genius, and nobody knows it, bro. Look, that's why I fuck with you, because he's one of the weirdest motherfuckers I know. But I feel the same way about him. I feel the same way about Rasheen. I feel the same way to a certain extent about Julio. I feel the same way about Danae. I feel the same way to a certain extent about Raman's little sister. You know, Rashawn was real, but Rashawn is kind of incognito right now. You know what I'm saying? But that is people's decisions don't always make them who they are. Circumstances put you in a certain place. You can't judge a person by their circumstances. And that's the one thing I try to teach my kids. You can't always make decisions off the circumstances. You can't always look at people based off their circumstances. And a lot of times y'all women want a guy who y'all not with to have bad circumstances because y'all not with him. But you gotta remember, the kids are seeing this shit. What are you passing on to the kids? You're supposed to be building foundations that my grandmother laid out for us. The fundamentals of life, the foundation, the fruits of family. And even though people aren't together, we still, like my family, we still cool. Aunt Sheil ain't married to Uncle Torch, but we still love her. She's still like an aunt to us. We claim her as part of the family delegation. Like we the family delegate Aunt Sheil as one of grandma's kids. That's how we are. If we like you, we for you, we for you. The only difference between Aunt Sheil and Les, my second BM, is that she really talked bad about me to my grandmother. My grandmother wouldn't let that happen. My grandmother told me, that's the one thing, you forgive him, but that's not what you do. It's not what you do. You sitting there talking, like if a woman would talk to your own grandmother about you, something is really wrong. Imagine what she's saying to my daughters. That's what's alarming, and we can't be like that, man. We can't be like that. She's so quick to tell me what Mark, not for nothing, but you know why I like Mark. And I'm like, it's happened to me 2 times in my life. Women that I really sweat being away from, I don't really give a damn. Okay, we're not together, so what? And Mo, I'm not trying to diss you hard body, but Simone and what up? Simone and Les. Y'all too, man. Y'all would tell me either what I did wrong that I could have did right, or you tell me what another man did right and I did wrong. That's not for me to know. You're just supposed to be happy. And I'm happy if you're happy. When you tell a man that means that you want him to hear you, because you don't want the guy that you're talking about. You want the man that you're telling it to do right by you. That's all that says. And it's crazy because the kids don't read people. They're not smart enough unless they're truly gifted to read shit like this. I just was sitting back patient, waiting for maturity to kick in with the moms. Maturity to kick in with both of them. How it is on a low level, but even Ida has a couple of things to work through. But I'll be closer to working something out with her than I ever would be with Les. But I'm not looking for that. I'm not. And the only reason why I'm talking about it this much is because it bothers me, because my grandmother threw discord when it came to me and them. I don't want to be odds and ends with any female in my life. Because if I'm not, I've went my whole life and never been at odds and ends with my grandmother. Never. Never been at odds and ends with my aunt. Never. It's crazy because a woman can say so much. A woman can say so much. Now granted, these women know me. Hey, what's poppin'? How you doing?
I'm fine. Where the liquor store at?
You got me. The only thing I can tell you, it's probably down this way. I can't give you too much of a heads up on that.
Okay, no problem. Appreciate you, bro.
For sure. I'm not hustling. But nah, man. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying, man. I just wish that my grandmother didn't see me as a relationship failure. But the good thing is she was able to see me stand on my own. A lot of times us men aren't able to stand or be successful or achieve certain levels or go through the mud without help from a woman on that level, like endearing, like get together type shit. excuse me, I'm losing my articulate sound. Stand strong through it, and that's the only thing I can hang my hat on. The only thing I can hang my hat on. Because I have to make my aunt Sheila proud to a certain extent. So this speaking, you know, that means a lot, man. I'm pretty much tapped out right now. Just trying to gain some momentum to get back in this vehicle and drive. I think when I said this, my daughter passing is my toughest moment. Damn sure is that this made it even worse. But the one saving grace is that I'm sort of at peace with it because I knew that it was coming. And it's just now it's a matter of time because we all have our set appointed time. You know, we got our time. And once grandma says, take care of everybody, once she says, see you later to everybody, now we got to turn the focus and attention on ourselves. What are we doing to ourselves and for ourselves physically? You know what I mean? What are we doing for ourselves physically? Keep ourselves in good standards as far as our health. Because our time will eventually come. We're not teens anymore. We're not 20s anymore. No, some of us aren't even 30s anymore. Some of us in our 40s. And some of you who listen to this might be even in your 50s. That means 60s is right around the corner. And heck, both my parents are in their 60s now. It's like I want to be upset. You know, at one point I was upset because I felt like, forgive me for losing my voice, I felt like this can't be real because the reality was so much, it was getting too much. But they say, so a man thinketh, so he speaketh, so that he is. I put an extra line in there, but they say, so a man speaketh, so he is. But if you speak it, it becomes manifestation of reality. Everything that I thought, I spoke. It came. I said, I want this, I got it. Right? I want to go speak from the side of my room. I don't want to get a little Trump to put my foot high score in. I want to make sure I pay all the people in my camp on time for their services and increase everybody's well-being, increase their conglomerate. I want to build an empire with my family and friends. I want to cultivate my friendships, you know what I'm saying, to be a financial blessing to them as well as my kids. Not myself, because I don't give a damn about what I have, and if I want my kids to have through me. I just want my car and a good living arrangement. I give them the house. I want to set them up. I want my daughter, my oldest daughter, go to college ASAP. She's supposed to already be in school now. I want her to be in class. I want my mom to be right. I want my pop to be in his right mind as well as my mom to be in her right mind. I want my stepmom to have good health until she breathes her last breath. I want my family to be stronger as a unit. No more discord between us, the other two are not going anymore. I want to maintain my friendship and my purposes. I don't want to have any discord with the females that I agree with. Never really did. I'm just disgusted because emotions get in the way. It's easy for us to live because we're logical. Unless we really invested like I was in my third situation. Hell, I was invested in the first situation, even though that wasn't I didn't think I was what I was destined to do. I was truly invested in that thing, and expected to go back to ever again, even though I was close to it. the problem is when somebody tells you they tried and you don't really see the effort, it's like, you know, you kind of wonder what's their motive. I love relationships over application. I was naive. Addie was naive, but I never understood that dynamic. So now it's just, I think I'm slowly emerging back to the loner that I used to be. I had a problem with it. In a sense, I was still a loner. And I think I'm finding my way back to being that. This might just put me back. And I just think about how there was models and surgeries that were supposed to be 2 hours long. And it ended up being 5.5 hours and she almost died. Gave her 2 bouquets of flowers. Gave one to her sister, one to Meg, and one for me, and we all gave it to her after we picked her up from the hospital after surgery. I told the creator, I said, yo, I was like, give me one more. I was sadly holding that for my grandmother. But I realized if Brenda made it this far, I knew she's going to make it to where we are now. So I burnt it on. Brother's mom, and she made it. She came through. I said, just do this one for me. And 20 seconds later, the phone rings. Mr. Alvis, Mr. Money. She's ready. She's in recovery. Oh, shoot. It's been a rough year or two. No, it's actually been a rough year. I'm kind of dreading because I know that call may come and I'm nowhere near her to hold her hand as she transitions. That's the part that I think at this moment, that's where I want to be. I'm just trying to wait. I'm just trying to wait for me to get close enough. And I tell him I need a minute. I'm dreading. I'm just trying to stay calm because if I don't get the opportunity to, I just gotta be cool about it and appreciate the time that I was able to spend in the last couple of months. On and on. On and on. And I'm on the road of losing. The foundation of me. My foundation is fading. I said she's fading fast. I think I gotta get used to this because, you know, you're into this world naked and you kind of definitely die naked unless you ask me to some mafia group if you should have been legit with to go do things like that. It's a good way to talk to somebody on the way out. Strip them down to the drawers and put them in a freezer. I ain't trying to tell you already. But I'm just saying, like, into this world naked and you go out basically empty. That's what I meant. Come in empty, leave empty. I said that if this NWO shit happens, I don't want my grandmother to be around because it's going to be too much for her. And I don't want her getting left somewhere trying to figure out if something happens to her. I don't want that. I want her to be free from this. If this shit gets hectic, I don't want her nowhere around this. I don't want my kids around this, especially my younger kids. They're too small. Young kids. They say 2030 is when they actually going to put this NWO in effect. For that reason. Think about it. Everybody's thinking, oh, I got a plan. We're going to hide in the wilderness. They're never going to find us. We're going to form a resistance. Terminate it. Okay, that's good, but what about when it gets cold? 30, 40 degrees. If anything, we need to be structuring that together now. That's the leadership that my grandmother instilled within all of us. We're seeing things in the future. If they're planning on doing this shit at 2030, then we need to be making our mark and putting everything in place now. So we can work, put shit into place later. You have people who are gifted out there who foresees things, not just what is leading up to. But put the pieces together, it automatically tells you like a chess game what's going to happen. And that's what they did with Terminator 2. Okay, we know that there's artificial intelligence. They've been working on this for a little bit. But it was foreseen back then. And somebody put it together where they was able to write a movie about it. And they were spot on. They were spot on. Sometimes you can just see where things are going. The thing in my mind is looking at my grandmother and knowing that after she breathes her last breath, that's it. This shit, like in my head, it's like things are gonna hit the fan. That's how it feels for me. Like there's some strategic, metaphysical essence or some systematic thing that the energies of certain people. Somebody said your grandmother was an angel. She's an angel. She's our angel. She was here on earth. Like she was able to be consistent. Like she didn't waver. She didn't change. And when people like that go, when all the people like that go on, the balance of energy is going to allow things to shift in a certain way that things happen on its own. It's that time frame. It's the polarity. You think about the sky being, you think about the waves and the oceans moving and the plates, the tectonic plates shifting. I don't know where all this information comes from when I'm speaking. But these tectonic plates within the earth, the crust on top of the mantle, they shift because of the polarity. How do you think we get messages on antennas? It's that energy, that energy. Electrons, electrodes, they shift, they transfer. And when that polarity, you put a magnet and you put something in between the two magnets, it's going to have an effect on that piece. And you think, okay, magnet or metal, like metal is rock. All metal is molten, part of molten rock. And you think, okay, you're sitting on a massive amount of rock, which is magnetic. So everything that sits on these magnets, sits on these, between these magnets, on this metal, this rock, this magnetic rock. We're sitting on a rock that's metal. Metal is rock. Rock is metal. So think about it, how look at it. Antennas of polarity. So things shift. So if there's an energy within that thought process, imagine the energy that takes place towards everybody that is good. The majority of everybody that is pure is gone. There's an uneven balance. Things will have to start shifting towards the end. That's just the way my mind works. There's only a few Jews left. Von McGregor. Like I can mention names. This is Footman in Brownsville, Brooklyn. There's only a few left. Marilyn Figueroa, she passed away. Things happen. Deacon Williamson, you got people that are still here. The moment they're gone, man, that's it. That's why even in the last pages of the good book, it talks about like a whole foundation of truth pouring out in our world. The last days, truth will be poured out because it has to be poured out. We know when you know shit is about to hit the fan, you might as well just be straight up about everything. You know when you're about to get in trouble and you're like, shit, I'm in trouble anyway, so I might as well tell you the truth. They know something that we don't know. Before this is all over, I want to know the truth. I want to know the truth. I just wish, like, this is just cyber. I wish I could just sit down, whether it be individually or collectively, with all three of my beings. And I just want the truth. And I can honestly say that because I never lied. I protected one of them from the truth. I protected him. But I gave them the truth in entirety when we spoke about it. Other than that, I've never, ever said anything that's a lie. So my thing is, I keep people aside. I need to know. And I'm not a point, to be honest with you, Rod. I may need to just kick it. Every man needs a companion. That's what it is. You just need one companion. The problem with me is that I can see the inconsistencies in females more than they can see themselves. And the thing about it is that they try. I adore the women who try. And they never give up, even if they get beat by coming up short. They get beat by the truth that they still need to practice or keep trying. No woman is perfect, and I totally respect that. Thanks to my grandmother, I know no woman is perfect. She gets on me. Junior, Junior, you're not perfect. You ain't perfect. What makes you perfect? The only perfect one is God, and I never try to be perfect. I try to be perfect. Excuse me. I don't want a female to be perfect because as long as she's trying for me, I like it. It's funny. We can laugh. But negative energy is not something I'm comfortable with. I stay away from things that I know are going to be liability to everything I'm trying to do right now. And the problem is women don't know what that looks like, but after we've been with a few women who have kind of like tasted their trajectory by their overall actions, I would say something, but I'm not going to say something. I would have said, shut the hell up, shut up. But the thing is, I can see things in a woman that will be highly detrimental to us as a couple. And it doesn't take from her being great in my eyes. I won't say that she's great. She may be great. She may be a good woman or great. I won't say it too much often. But I see things in stories of events. I see things that change. Everything is connected. It's a connection. Connect to this, connect to that. And it doesn't mean she's bad. A lot of times they hold it against me. How you let me down. I thought we were pretty together forever. I never said that. I was willing to try to be there and allow things to grow. But I just don't want to take a chance of ruining everything. You hear that song that says, I came too far to turn back now. I have a lot to offer, but technically I don't. I'm not offering anything because it's what I have to offer. I don't look at it as mine. I'm building this for my kids. And I hate to admit this in public, but my parents got to do it at some point. Y'all fucked this shit up. And so now I'm devoting all my energy to fixing what y'all fucked up. And now my kids are kind of disappointed with me because I'm fixing y'all fucking this stuff. I love y'all though. I love y'all. And I don't even know if my grandmother ever thought about it like that. I hope she does in a way, because that would also help me proud of me even more before she breathes her last breath. But a lot of times they say it's not up to your parents to do X, Y, Z. It's up to them to give you, to grant you, to spoil you, and grant you opportunity to be better than them. But I'm different. I want to leave my kids with something to prepare them. My pops was on the right wave at some point because he gave me a trust fund. And the truth is, my mom got the money in the divorce settlement. It's a lot of money, a lot of money. It hurt my grandmother's heart even. Now it fucked up crap for me to hurt her. I seen that my dad hurt, and I seen my grandmother hurt for following my dad with me too. I look at this kid at Greater Refuge Church in Jacksonville, Florida, and it's Timothy Hoover Jr. Awesome kid, man. Awesome kid. He reminds me of myself as a child. Now he's older, tall as hell, like his mother. His mother is actually taller than Tim, Dr. Tim Sr., Dr. Tim Hoover Sr. You look him up, great man. He's well known as an anesthesiologist in Jacksonville, Florida. I was fortunate enough to play for them, been jealous of them. And they looked out for me. Well, since they looked out for me. And I was like that. I was a kid that, the child that, I did the whole I Have a Dream speech. I remember the whole I Have a Dream speech in second grade. My mom helped me. And she went through it over and over again with me, and my aunt Silla was pushing me to get it down pat too. And I did it. I didn't stutter. I remember to this day, I never stuttered. I didn't stutter on none of my words. I remember the speech like it was a song that played over and over in my head. I remembered every word, every pause, every comma, of course that's a pause, every period, every exclamation, even down to the end. And my whole school cheered for me off the speech in second grade. I'm still thinking about that to this day. And then I'm in the audience at the church because I stopped by just to visit. I think it was after Pastor Beaver, Gentry Beaver Senior passed away. And I went to the church the next day after the funeral. And he gave a speech, and it was so dynamic. It was crazy. It was just dynamic. I'm like, he reminded me of me as a child. Except he was a teenager, but I was 7, 8, 9. I was kicking it. Destroying it, man. I got so many stories. But through all those stories, my grandmother was there through all of them. It's just amazing. I went back into town and she would go to my pop's church. My pop's tried to start a church. Yeah, I said it. But we did it there. My pop's tried to start a church. I was doing already something. I was going to use my musical talents because I was in town for a little bit. And I helped him. And my grandmother was there. She came. Was ALj BeBe going to be there? I said it. There it went. Yes, 2 strokes. This myself. And she always asks. My pop would tell me, Grandma asks about you. Every time I turn around, Grandma asks about you. I just made me feel good. Grandma, when the Rose asks about you. She don't know if you're going tonight. Yeah, I'm going. Grandma gonna be there? I just sit with Grandma. That was my ace. I play the keys, I play the drums, whatever. Anywhere I performed the Master Still Guard with my cousin Doc Free. And guess who's sitting in the audience while Michael Jordan is getting dunked on by John Starks across the hall? Grandma Rose. I did it all. And Grandma was right there. The only thing Grandma wasn't there for is when she was at my baseball, one or two of my baseball games. If I remember correctly. I hit the game-winning home run in front of my pops for the first season. I've had a lot of successes, and she's been right there through damn near all of them. When I thought about getting baptized, she was there. I'm trying to think if she was there when my daughter's got dedicated. I don't know. Oh yeah, I remember. I had surgery. One of my first big surgeries. I broke my wrist. I woke up and saw 3 people. My pops, my aunt, Gloria, and Grandma. I think Grandma was either close. If I'm not correct, she was the closest one to me. I woke up and saw Grandma. She was right there. Like Al Jr. Oh, what the hell? Al Jr. She called me. Al Jr. And I looked, and everything started like this fuzzy, but it started coming to. And I said, "Hey, Grandma." She's like, "Oh, hi." So that was her thing. "Oh, hi." You was out there again. I said, "I'm okay, yeah, you're okay." "Hey, Bunny. Hey, we were praying for you. I know that boy Grandma, yeah. Grandma wasn't missing this. That woman she's the rock of our family. She's always there for everything. I've never seen anything like it. Never. And that's why I get so mad at females. Women don't understand. I get so mad at them sometimes because there's so much to invest energy in. There's so much to invest your energy in instead of being mad. Instead of trying to prove that you're a good mother to the world and he's a bad father. Like, there's too much energy to invest, too much good energy to be invested in bad energy. Like, where the women at who are like my grandmother? I mean, cooking every day. I know not every woman can cook every day because we're not back in those days. But she worked every day and came home, cooked every day, cooked Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? Like, brought it down the block. 65 to 80 years old, brought it down the block. Wait, she's 90 something now. It was 15 years ago, 16, 20 years, 20. Yeah, a 70 something years old, walking down the block and bringing me a plate of food because she didn't want to wait too much longer for me to eat. That's rare. And then have to deal with my cousins being bad at the house. I'm being bad down the block. Like, she not looking at me anyway. She's seeing me for who I'm gonna become. When your parents don't even look at you that way, your grandmother does. There's something different, bro. There's something different. She's different, bro. She's not normal. And I had the honor to say she was our grandmother. It's so crazy because I just wish my beings would just be like, yo, if that's the woman that he came from, one tier above, Maybe I should try to be like that because that's who he adores. That's the woman, the one woman in his life who he's never strayed away from. He's always been constant. And not everybody thinks on a certain level. Not everybody's that smart. Not everybody's that smart. If I haven't been acting like a man up to this point in my life, I have no choice to now because it's only me and my thoughts. I don't have her. She's gone. As of right now, she's still here. She's talking probably to my pops or whatever, but who knows for how long. I think that's probably why she let it go. She probably realized if I'm still holding on to her, I'm not going to be looking for what I need. They say a man clings to his wife. He lets go of his mother and clings to his wife. I wonder if that's what I really needed, was for her to take time and rest. And just rest it out from now on. I wonder if I had the same problem as my dad when it came to her. Only thing is, seeing my dad actually slightly breaking down on the other end right now is actually what keeps me strong, because somebody got to be strong, even though I feel what he's feeling. Who knows? Because this is the one thing that would break my pops, and I'm not there. I don't wish this on him because I don't wish this on nobody. And then the fact of the matter is that's my grandmother too, so I could never wish that on him. I don't wish this pain on him. This is one pain I wouldn't wish. I don't want nobody losing their mom, nor their dad. Because you need that love, that foundation of love. The problem is it's not always going to be there forever. I just hope my cousin don't start doing anything dumb. You have to maintain who you are. You can't have out of character because you're in pain. I made it through this whole day. I went through this whole day knowing what I know at this moment. And I thought I would be different. I thought I'd be, excuse my French, fucking somebody up right now because I'm hurting. But that's the immature mentality. That's emotional maturity. Hashtag Stace. She started that issue inside my head. I never really paid attention to it, but that's the truth. Emotional maturity. A lot of us aren't emotionally mature. You have some weak people, and you have some overly strong people. And I think if you put somebody who's really weak with somebody who's strong, that one strong person and encourage that one weak person to be stronger, which puts them at the halfway point, which is the median, the place where they're supposed to be. And vice versa, the weak person can show the strong person that it's okay to be vulnerable. But if that weak person is not trying to be strong, then how can that strong person trust the vulnerability that's within? If the strong person doesn't practice being weak, how can the weak person, practice being weak and vulnerable? How can the weak and vulnerable person increase their ability to be strong? People ask me, what's the one thing you want? If you can have anything right now, I have my kids' love and respect, honor and discipline, and all of them be under the same roof. Me taking care of all of them. That's all I want. I don't want pussy. I don't want vagina. Don't get me wrong. I love it. Lord have mercy. I love it. But sometimes I look at a woman and be like, why do I want it so bad? Like, why do I want this? Like, ew. I'm not gay. not homo, just that damn, I had so much of it. Like, I'm looking, it's like, damn, it's not more important than my kids. This is where kids come from, but I wish for my kids. You kind of get that, then you're like, okay, everything else will fall into place. And who knows? Who knows? Sad thing is I think that's what my being the bet now. As long as we keep the kids away from him, he's not going to be able to focus on love. We'll always have that over his head. That's not going to stop me from loving somebody. Showing it and expressing it to him, maybe. But really loving him, I may feel it, but I may never say it, but I may feel it. They can't stop me from loving anybody. Sucks for y'all. Grow up. Because there are good women out here. Y'all not the only good fucking women out here. But my grandmother would tell me, you can't please everybody. If they don't want you, don't worry about it. Focus on God, and God will put who you need, where you need him. So I've been thinking on the wave of what my grandmother would tell me. Put it in God's hands. I've been trying it, even though I didn't see the results like I want to. You're not always going to see the answers right away. And if you never see the answers, it doesn't matter. At least you relied and leaned on the person, the one that you're supposed to lean on. And it goes the same in relationship. It's not always going to work out with the person you're married to or you're going with the relationship with. They're not always going to be right. You might have a husband who leads to the best of his ability. It might come up short. So you leave him because things are rough and you're really down and out. I've seen two broke people, homeless people, and a couple walking in the street holding hands with their clothes in the bag, each of them holding a bag. She could easily go up with somebody else who got a car and a house and a piece of land on the side, like I'm like. And she doesn't. She's right with him. But here it is, things look hard for certain women, and they just, I can't do this. Like, there's no loyalty anymore. Like, these women were raised with different costs, and some were raised, like, I got a friend overseas in the European area. She's doing some more crap, and it's crazy. I found it ironic that I could talk doodle to my homegirl overseas and Stacy. And my homegirl out, you know what I'm saying, in the Midwest, I could talk shit with them. I could say, yo, fuck you, nigga, like, oh, suck a puss. And I'm about lick some balls, and that's it. We'll just talk shit. I love being able to talk shit. I do that with my homies all day, but when you find women who don't look at it like all soft, like it's abusive, like, I hate that. My next mom said like it's abusive. That's not abusive. That's how we talk to each other in New York. Like in New York, females are much worse. They be like, my nigga, shut the fuck up. My nigga, you stupid. So what the fuck are you talking about? And here it is now. All I'm saying is kiss my ass. Waiting for Meg to say, shut the hell up or I'll put my foot in your throat. I you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't talking about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, my grandmother was, and I didn't know, I didn't know that this is where I get it from. But I watched my grandmother talk to my aunts and my uncle Adam and Torch. She'll dog my pops like he's still her baby. Like, come here, get over here, put your head. she'll wipe his face. Senior, senior. What I tell you? He said, yes, mom. But she'll talk doodle to Uncle Torch, to Uncle Adam, and even Uncle Steve. She'll get at him like he's my pops. And she'll talk hella crap to my aunts. And especially Aunt Scylla, she's so cool that talking it back. But Aunt Scylla kind of got mellow because Grandma's getting older. But Grandma was a shit talker. And it's crazy. My own grandmother talks shit to me, and my pops and my uncles and my aunts. Idol was good at that though. I didn't really talk that to Idol. Idol was good. But if we can't just be friends, Oh yeah, this, Christina. Like, it's good to have homegirls that you can just talk like friends. Like, friends that you can just be yourself with. You can't have babies and kids with people that you can't get through. Like, it starts with the person. How the hell you expect somebody to respect you when you can't even take what they give them? Like, I bet you, one of my deals, I probably expect Megan to do that. Megan will probably call one of my homegirls or my homegirls and be like, how do I get him to respect me? Like, no. That's not how it goes. I think she be the type to do that. It starts where you be able to take what a person gives you. I'm not saying they be abusive and manipulative, but that's what it is. And my grandmother was everything. My grandmother was everything, and I think that's the basis of all my shit. It's because my grandmother set a big standard. And I didn't realize that till now. It was her. That's the answer. It was my grandmother. She was loyal to me. That woman is. I'm done, but that's the answer. No matter how old she got, she was loyal to me. Even when I let her down, I was disappointed her, but it was never really letting her down. I'm about to go watch these games, man, and do some paperwork and pay people. Gotta start sending out money because people need to be good so that they continue to be good for me as well. A lot of times businesses want to keep people needing them. I don't want to keep people needing me or relying on me. I want to exercise people getting to a place where they're self-sufficient. That's what I'm looking to do. And these people want to stop me from getting there. I'm going to continuously make my grandmother proud whichever way this goes. And then I love you with my heart, from my heart. I'm off this. I want to make people self-sufficient. This government, this economy, the system is the goal is goal-oriented on destroying families. It's goal-oriented on single-sex marriages. It's goal-oriented on destroying small businesses. It's goal-oriented. And my grandmother tell me, just look to God, look to God. Do what God put you here for. Ask God what your purpose is. And I know it is. My grandmother walked me through this life and I wasn't paying attention. I didn't know she was doing it. She'd throw a little extra in there, but I'm finished. I'm finished talking. I don't even want to stop because I want to enjoy being geared up to do what Grandma wants me to do. I just hope my kids, you know what I'm saying, follow suit. They figure out their purpose and they stop being bitter. They stop thinking that everybody owes them shit. They stop thinking that it's somebody's fault. It's nobody's fault. You got an opportunity. Wake up to fucking breathe. I wish they were able to be more closer to my grandmother, to their great-grandmother, on a daily basis to understand that she says the simple thing. A lot of times you want to feel like you got to break it down in such explorative words, such in-depth words, and trying to make our kids be enamored by what we're saying and how well we articulate it. Shots flying. But it's not even that complicated. It's simple. Sometimes it's just simple. Don't worry about it. Give it to God. Sometimes it's it because you're just sitting there worrying about something. Even the Bible says worrying is a sin. What are you worrying for? Like, do the birds in the air, you know what I'm saying? Do the birds in the air worry about where they're going to get their worms from or what they wearing the next day? No. The birds in the air don't worry about what they're going to be eating the next day. You know what I'm saying? The fowl in the air, the beast in the land, they're not going to worry about what they got to hunt next day. So why are we worrying about the troubles of this life? And that's what my grandmother told me. She said, Venus, don't worry about anything. Put it in God's hands. And I think as a family, we're going to have to put this moment in God's hand. But she prepared us. She was a mother even to the end. And that's what I respect about her most. She went down to the why with her purpose, even to the point where she was incognizant of where she was, her thoughts. She was unresponsive. And then she came back out of it. Oh my God, this woman is, oh my God, she's amazing. That's why we call her Grandma Dynamite. Unresponsive. And now she's talking, she's communicating. Even though she doesn't have much longer, they say, she's still talking. Like, this is amazing. I've never seen this before except in myself. And my grandmother's way better than me at it. Like, this is amazing. I fell from 9 feet in the air and fell on my face and still lived. I got shot at, still lived. I consumed something that should have took me out. I had alcohol poison. I could keep going. Almost died in the stairs in the train station in New York, in Brooklyn. Because I consumed too much alcohol one night. Had 9 drinks. I'm trying to tell you. I'm impressed. She don't have to do anything else for me to realize how amazing she is. I'm done. I'm done. Grandma, whatever way you decide to do this, Creator, whatever way you decide to do this, just make it peaceful for my grandmother. You resuscitated her, and you could have just let her go into your arms, nice and peaceful. But if this is it, make it peaceful. Make it peaceful, that's all I ask. Give this queen this honorable end. That's my queen. My first example of unconditional love. A love that never failed me, a love that never left me. The only thing I know of it and what was supposed to be my kids are supposed to show me that as well. But for the first time, I'm wrong. Kids don't show you that no more. The world got them thinking that it's all about money, what you can do. You're a sperm donor to some of these motherfuckers, I swear. It's good for peaceful world, if it is. To her walk into her kingdom. In peace and in grace. This is her curtain call. And give me the strength and give my family the strength to endure it. And still carry on and do what we're supposed to be. And allow us to be geared and focused on helping the people that we connect with, the people in our lives, and not hurt the people in our lives because we're hurting by losing her. Give us the strength. And whatever's not right that she wanted to be right in our lives, allow us the fortitude and the right mind to make it right. Or just be patient for it to be an opportunity for it to be right. That's all I can ask. That's all I can ask. I don't want to fall. Help me not to fall because a lot of people rely on me to be great. If I got to take her place in looking out for the family, I will. I don't know how much strength I got left to do so, but if I got to, and I got to be that one, I'll be that one. Whether it be a good word or just listening or encouragement. Show me how to be like my grandmother as a man. If you haven't shown me already. Despite the prejudice whiteys do, you know what I'm saying, or ignorant blacks do, or cheap Indians, or arrogant Russians. We all play a part. We all have personalities in our races that aren't good. Just give me the strength to be what I need to be for the people that rely on me. And I hope that my grandmother's example was that. And I truly hope, and one thing I hope that I shouldn't say on this camera, is that these women who have my babies don't mess up my destiny. They don't stand in the way of my fucking destiny. Because that's the one thing that keeps me from crumbling. Because I know that I have a purpose and it stems from my grandmother. And I hope that you block the women who gave birth to my kids from moving off of what they feel inside, their emotions, and not seeing what my purpose is. I hope they're not an affliction to my purpose, but allow me the mental fortitude to figure out how to sustain them the way I'm supposed to as a man because of my kids. I want to effectively position myself to do what I'm supposed to do for my kids with them. But that channel has to be open as well. All this bitterness is crazy, man. Once again, I'm just being patient. Whatever the good will is. Satanic worshippers and Baphomets, they say, do it by wolves, whatever that is, and they limit the Bible or whatever. And the Christians say, thy will be done. Either way, I'm looking toward the positive and not the negative. Thy will be done. That's all I can say. Thy will be done. And it's crazy because I can go through this loss of my grandmother and my BMs will still have this funky attitude. And bitterness towards me. Only one that probably be straight up is my ex-wife. But I don't put anything past her either. I don't care how much I love people. I don't put anything past anybody. But that don't stop me from loving people. Like my grandmother told me, you can love people, but don't be stupid. I know she told me that. Oh God, I love my grandma, man. I love you. I'm off this. Mila, Daddy, love you, and I'm doing everything to honor your life. I'm doing everything I can to honor your life. Daddy, love you. I miss you. And my little sunshine, I wish you were here too. Daddy out.